Hey guys, I'm Kyle and welcome back to another video. So we are working on the XJ today, and my front porch is looking like Christmas right now. I got so much stuff showing up for this XJ build, and I am so excited to get going on it. One of the first things that showed up, one of the first things I ordered is the JCR Offroad do-it-yourself bumper kit. So I got the instructions printed out, and we're gonna build a bumper. Let's go. So as I started to unbox it, I was really impressed. So I wanted to take a minute in the video to point this out. Not only did JCR saran wrap all of the metal together, so it's not getting scratched up or banged up, but they fill the entire box with foam around the metal. So this was great packaging by JCR Offroad. No chance of anything getting damaged in shipping. All right, so this is the first step in the project. You're gonna take each one of these sections and bend it according to the instructions. So right now I'm about to bend that end plate up. What they do is they cut, like you can see there, 95% of the material out so that you can bend it with, I only have one pair of vice grips. It would be much better with two. So I'm using vice grips and pliers. You can see the first one that I bent at 90 degrees there. All right, this is actually moving along much faster than I thought it was. I'm very impressed with how easy this was to get all these pieces bent. The instructions were very clear. There's only one angle on this end cap piece that's not 90 degrees. All of the other ones are bending to 90. So really not hard stuff to do. And now we're ready to start tacking these two pieces together and then tack everything else onto this. So yeah, let's get to welding. So maybe I jinxed it saying it was going too well. I was flying through, getting everything tacked together, and as you can see, I didn't get this top plate. I don't know if it's coming up on video very well. I didn't get this top plate quite level. So you can see this is going to be the top of the bumper sitting flat on the Jeep, and that's pretty important that I want to get that flush. It's got 1/8 of an inch there and nothing there. So I'm going to, that's why everything is tack welded. I'm gonna go ahead and cut those two tacks, see if I can get those straightened out and move forward. All right, so now we have the bumper all tack welded together. Man, this is one night. I am 3 hours into this project from unboxing it, so this is awesome. We have the bumper all tack welded together, and JCR Offroad recommends test fitting it on the front of the Jeep before finish welding and adding the D-rings. So that is what I will do. Man, I'm starting to see, it looks like we might have a issue there if that D-ring doesn't fit. We'll find out right now, actually. Yeah, so just barely doesn't fit there. So I'll probably have to do some grinding. No big deal, we'll make it happen. One thing that's worth mentioning is if you don't already, you will need the frame front end tie-in frame stiffener kit from JCR. I think their website does say that you can use frame stiffening kits from other brands that might work. But this is one that I would definitely recommend. If you're using a JCR bumper, I would also go with the frame tie-in kit from JCR, because then you know their products are obviously for sure going to work with their products. So let's get the bumper on there. All right, so we have the bumper test fit into place, and I am super excited, guys. This is looking sweet. So that's what she'll look like. And now is the start of all of the labor-intensive part of this process. All of the welds, you gotta space out your welds so you don't get any of the material too hot to where it could warp. And then from there, all the grinding, sanding and grinding, very labor intensive. So let's get started. All right, it is the next day now, and we are making great progress on this bumper. So most of the welding is done. I have about 80% of the welding done, and still need to get started on the grinding. What I'm gonna do now is make a stinger for it. So this is a piece of 1.5-inch pipe that I'm using, and I just have the cheap Harbor Freight bender. So this is not a structural way to, like, if you were making a roll cage, this is not the process you would want to use to bend. Well, first of all, you would want to use tubing and not pipe. But since this is more aesthetic than structural, just for the front of the bumper, the look that I'm going for, I'm bending pipe with a pipe bender. So 53 inches is what I measured that I want to cut, and I'm just going to try to make two 45-degree angles and see if I can make a stinger that looks good. What do you guys think? I got that stinger tacked on there, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I think it's exactly what I was looking for. All right, so ran into a problem that I wanted to share with you guys. I have the worn VR Evo 10S, and it does not fit in this design. So as you can see, it's up against the back plate, and the feet on it are not sitting down, so it can't tip all the way forward because it's hitting this front ledge and this back plate. So I like the structural integrity of the back plate. I could probably make a plate that goes down instead of up, but what I think will be easier than modifying or redoing that back plate is just notching the front. So this just holds the fair lead, and I think that plate will be plenty strong without it. So I'm going to notch out the front at a 45-degree angle, and hopefully that gives me enough clearance for this winch. All right, so that was the perfect amount of clearance that I needed. Oh, there you can see it. So now that the winch is fitting in there nice and pretty, I'll get that paint touched up that I had just finished and get this thing installed. All right, so it is now finished, painted, installed. Don't mind, it's been a couple days, it's a little dusty. But I got tan tow hooks to match the tan accent color that I'm doing on the Jeep, and painted it with black bed liner. I have a worn VR 10S winch installed, and as I mentioned, had to notch their bumper design to get that bigger winch to fit. But other than that, I'm really happy with everything. There you can see the frame tie-in kit makes this a really strong mounted. I had to put my my vacuum canister on that side. I'll show you guys this other side. So that frame tie-in kit makes that a really strong mounting point to the Jeep. With it being a unibody, you don't want to put a big winch there and just pull through the sheet metal on the front of the Jeep. So, super happy with how it all turned out. If you have any questions about the process, or you're interested in doing it yourself and you have questions, feel free to ask any questions in the comments below. But I am super happy with it, and I actually already did the rear bumper with the same do-it-yourself kit. So that's it for today. Catch you guys in the next video.